We did one more week in our lives, and we did a good job.
Yes, we did. We always do a good job. I'm so proud of us for every week that we
exist.
Yes.
Same.
Big gulp of sake, though.
Sake.
Hi, I'm Joey.
Hi, I'm Miles.
This is SPILF. What's new? It's Mercury retrograde.
I know.
It's a time when travel is going haywire. All the airplanes and airports are a mess.
Also, our country has made that even worse.
Yeah. Communication.
Breakdown.
Yes. And exes circling back. I know. And by the way, Miles and I are big believers in astrology.
We love astrology. I remember one time you texted me, what was it? You're like,
millionaires have financial advisors, but billionaires have astrologers.
Right.
An astrologer that I went to told me that astrology is like the weather. But whether you choose to stay inside, bring an umbrella, or dance in the rain is up to you.
That is so poetic.
Yeah. So considering the astrological weather as we're dealing with Mercury retrograde.
I know you're about to hit it with something.
Would you ever take back an ex?
Okay, what types of exes are we talking about?
You tell me.
Well,
we'll go through them all.
But there's levels to this shit.
Baby mama.
No. But mostly because she would also never take me back.
You're like, that ship has sailed. We've burned that shit to a crisp.
The ship is not even a ship anymore. Would you take back baby daddy?
No. And I think we're much better as co-parents than as a couple.
Agreed.
I would never take back either of my ex-husbands.
So cool.
All of them.
Love it.
I'm the queen of circling the block with an ex-boyfriend, an ex-situationship. I'm just a very nostalgic person.
Also, circling the block, we both love. Both physically and mentally and spiritually.
Yeah. Specifically the O block.
O block. Shout out O block. God, I love that. Okay, so you wouldn't take back baby daddy, but who would you circle the block for?
Pause.
Pause.
The thing about me is that I hate small talk because I'm too autistic. So now that I'm single, it's so much easier for me to go back to someone that I have a history with than to go on a first date and ask them how they moved to LA and if they have any brothers and sisters. Fucking just shoot me dead. No way.
Sure.
It's so much easier to just fall back into a rhythm with somebody that it's I know we had great sex. I know we have a history. There's still a bunch of affection there. Let's just get back into a comfortable mode, especially when I'm not looking for a relationship, to be this is easy and cool.
And also to bring it back to the year of the horse, it's just easier to get back on the horse.
Ayo with the metaphors.
I get that though.
But I just turned 40 and this is what a 40-year-old looks like.
No, it's not.
The evening before was the Dodgers versus Toronto World Series.
Which also
defeat.
You are also wild for that night because not only are you from Toronto, you also just were full Dodgers making fun of all of your friends in Toronto. I've never seen someone switch sides so hard.
I was getting DMs you traitor.
Fully though.
College friends who have kids is you still have a lot of friends in Toronto. Okay, but on the real, I spent 9 years in Toronto and I've spent 16 years in LA here in Echo Park. Of course I'm a Dodgers fan.
Well, you can claim LA.
Okay.
I officially crown you LA.
Yeah.
Okay.
From a native Angelino,
correct.
I accept that. I was I'm about to turn 40 in 2 hours. I'm going to call my ex-boyfriend from when I was 20 years old in Toronto and just gloat. Again, I'm a nostalgic person. And I checked in because he's the first person that ever explained the game of baseball to me and why it was a beautiful sport. Sports ball, blah, 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 blah. Don't care. He's like, did you know that these guys are throwing balls at 100 miles per hour? That is some fucking skills. But the thing about exes is that you can learn a lot from them over time.
Explain.
If you have a good relationship with them.
Hmm.
We dug into the past. This is someone that I first dated when I was 20, and we have reconnected every single time that we've seen each other over the span of like 10, 11 years. And now it's been 20 years that we've known each other. You know, I'm in my feels. I'm in my sad girl era right now. And he said some stuff that I feel fully healed me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you would circle back with this person.
We've talked about childhood wounds.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that in relationships, we also develop relationship wounds,
Oh, for sure.
right?
Yeah, absolutely.
With this specific ex, we had been dating each other and we broke up because an ex of his circled back and he was like, I kind of need to see this through. And so he made like a conscious choice of like, I need to explore this unfinished business with this other person.
And honestly, I totally get that.
Yeah, I shortly thereafter moved to LA and took a complete diversion of my life. But the wound there, I think, stuck with me for a long time, maybe even still now, is not being chosen.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That hurts a
Yeah.
lot. And I get that.
Like when someone literally has a choice between two people and they're like, I like you, but I like the other person more.
Yeah.
And so you develop this idea of like, oh, no one's gonna choose me or I'm not good enough. Yeah. Just that feeling of not being chosen. I was like, yeah, I get that we have a very strong like physical chemistry, but I feel like you were never in this romantically. Like I just called him out on it casually. I'm not like still butthurt over him, but I was just like, I don't think you ever loved me. I don't think you ever had a romantic connection to me. And he fully said like, I reject that idea completely. I reject it. And I think he explained himself and the decision that he made in a way that makes sense now, but I couldn't have fathomed at the time. But he said that I always idealized you.
Okay.
I thought that he hadn't really thought of me over the years and that it was just a reconnection when we were physically together. And he said something that was so poetic. He said, no, I have studied every inch of your body in my mind.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was like,
wow.
oh my God.
That's a line.
Yeah. Mic drop to that guy.
For sure. Let's also remember you guys were 20.
Yeah.
That's a big part of this too, I think. Correct. Tell me how you feel about this, but we have these wounds and then you get to an age and you kind of have to talk to yourself and go, ouch, for sure, ouch. And I've spent all this time trying to prove myself because of this wound, but then you come back to, I was a kid.
It was like we were children.
It's wild though how much it actually affects you. And I'm not denouncing that. What I'm saying though is it's also wild where you're like, this is a 20-year-old boy you're talking about. Like he was an idiot. And also he wasn't an idiot. Like he's figuring it out like the rest of us, but you were 20.
Yeah, now we're both 40 and we can actually have a grown-up conversation about this relationship that kind of imprinted on both of us. Like
Which
you saw his picture.
Which also probably makes it hotter because you're both being like, oh, now I also like emotionally connect with you.
Yeah, we have the words to explain this now. Me being a Scorpio and like just wanting to dive deep and like poke at him a little bit more. I'm like, what exactly about my body?
Yeah. Of course.
And I mean, it was a huge ego boost. And he was just like, your hair. He's just gonna be like, I don't know like what it is about your hair, but it's just like, I'm obsessed with your hair.
That's like very Dashboard Confessional song or something.
Of all of the things that I thought he would say, like that was not one of them. And then the thing that
I love that
amused me the most is you and I have talked about what it might feel like for a guy inside a vagina. And I asked him, why is it that every time we see each other, like we have to fuck? Like we just have to because of your vagina, like your vagina. And he just said your vagina like 10 times.
Whoa.
So I feel like I'm completely healed now.
From that experience?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone should call their college boyfriend back.
I don't know if that's true, but
Or someone you have a good rapport with, and have an exit interview.
I love exit interview.
Yeah. And maybe try to figure out what that core wound is between the two of you. And if you actually ask the questions to dive into that and see their perspective, like maybe it won't be a wound anymore.
Absolutely. And especially if they're open to have a conversation with you, which not all of them are.
No. What about you? If it's not baby mama, are you a fan of picking up where you left off with people?
No, but it happens to me. I feel
It takes two to get back together.
Absolutely. Also, my advice to everyone is break. Fully do not speak, like just be done. Have I ever followed my own advice? Absolutely not. Except one time. I have one ex where we had a great relationship and we have a great friendship, and we've never had to even have an exit interview because it was the one time we just didn't talk.
But did you do no contact and it was just a whole year?
Oh my God. Like, avoid her neighborhood, avoid my neighborhood. We do not speak. And then when we did speak, instantly best friends, because obviously you loved that person for a reason. You don't love that person just for sex. You love the person, and I just love her. And now she's been one of my best friends for 10 years. We dated for 1 year.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't always tell a friend to go like circle the block. Has it happened to me quite often? Yes.
Relationships or like situationships almost?
I don't think I've been in a relationship in over 3 years. So yeah, situationships. But I also feel as if situationships are like new to the zeitgeist.
Yeah.
When I was coming up, or when you were coming up, no one was in a situationship.
No, but you'd be seeing someone and maybe you hadn't defined whether you were girlfriend, boyfriend, but maybe you were exclusive.
But it was a shorter amount of time back then with that. It was, you didn't really like define it for a month or two.
Yeah.
And then it's either this is my partner or you're not. And that was it.
Yeah, there's no like 6 month, 9 month.
Oh my God, now
we don't know what we are.
Being in this, I don't know what we are for a year and a half. I'm just a little bit, you are both hurting each other. That's insane to me. Yeah. But I have definitely circled the block like quite often, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Do you only circle the block with people where like we kind of fizzled out and didn't talk about it, or is it's like we break up, we get back together again? Like what?
I've never had to break up with someone in this situation because they've all been situationships. So it's all a fizzle out, but I still have a great deal of respect and like admiration for said person, meaning I would be your friend no matter what. But then one thing leads to another and I'm like,
What is that with guys though?
Oh, it's absolutely like toxic masculinity. And I'm not saying that to be cool on the internet. Like there's something wrong with our brains where we don't understand the in-between.
Okay.
And
the gray area.
Gray area, I think also because of the way our brains work, gray area to me is just so, it's like an open meadow that is like full of confusion. So I don't enter it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, well, we were never together. So it's fine.
Right. So we have this conversation a lot of like, if you're not interested in seeing this person anymore, or you do want to transition to friends, like you have to actually have the conversation. I don't think we should see each other anymore, and I would like to be whatever. But the thing that
I don't necessarily agree with that though.
Okay, why not?
If you were never anything, if there's no label, I think there is a world in which people can read the room. And I think we should also all start reading the room a little bit more. If I don't hear from someone for a week and we've been dating gray area for 2 months, I'm assuming it's probably ending. I don't think that's crazy to assume.
Sure, we can make assumptions, but you do lose anything in terms of just saying it. Like if you're hitting it raw, why is one sentence of I don't want to see you anymore?
Sure.
Right? You don't have anything to lose, and then everyone is so completely clear.
Absolutely, but I don't think it needs to be this big thing. Okay, let's meet on Friday at 7 to talk. No,
it can just be a text, but like have that text so everyone is clear on the boundaries. I think what's really hurtful to me, multiple people have done this. It's like if something doesn't work out, they'll say something like, I'm terrified of losing you. And they'll ask to be my friend.
Yeah.
And then for me, I'm like,
Yeah.
No, I don't want to play catch with my dead dog.
That was crazy. I get it though.
So why is it?
I want to be people's friends though, so I think I'm on the other side of that.
I would love to know from your perspective, because you have like slipped into situationship, friendship, back into the situationship. Oh no, but we're friends. So what is this need to stay friends even though you're just going to fuck them again?
Absolutely agree with you, and you are right. What's wrong with me though is I'm so scared of hurting someone's feelings that I'm like, well, we're friends. And I really should just be like, that was great and thank you, and I have a great deal of respect for you, and the way to keep it this way when I see you inevitably like around and out and about and not be like you're a asshole is like we should just not talk. That is actually the better way to do things. But because I'm such a people pleaser, I'm like, let's be friends.
So what you're saying is if a guy asks you to be friends after a breakup, really it's not because they want to be friends with you, but it's because they're playing down the perception that they're an asshole by offering friendship that they don't really mean?
Yes.
Yikes.
Guys are simple beings. Not all guys are this way, but it's usually by and large, if you're talking to a cis hetero guy, if he says that, he's trying to let you down easy, which comes from a place of kindness. No, it comes from a place of kindness. It's just, again, I don't think men necessarily have the tools to have the conversation that we're having right now or want to have that conversation. I think men are also, by and large, taught that women freak out. So it's letting you down easy so you don't freak out, and that's not cool either, but we're just not taught these things.
But the flip side of that, of someone saying like, my door is always open, let's have an ice cream, mention all these other things that we talked about in the relationship but in the form of friendship, is oh, actually you don't think I have a brain and you don't respect me at all.
I think it's definitely there is a respect angle to this. I don't think it's always meant as disrespect. I genuinely think many men are just trying to be nice. But that's also why I think you are correct before this in saying it can just be a text, and I think just leave each other alone for a bit, because also maybe you will be friends in 6 months or a year. That's cool. And
I
that
do
can
think
be
it
genuine.
I do think it takes time. Like all of the exes that I'm genuinely friends with, bros with, like matching tattoos with, we spent like a long time not talking, or we like crashed and burned the relationship and was like, fuck you, you piece of shit, or whatever it is. And we really went through the fire. Months later, years later, we're just like, that was nuts.
Yeah, but
we actually really like each other. Can we be homies?
you have to have the space between, and that's what I'm saying is I only have one ex who is that, and it's because we did not speak or see each other nothing for over a year. And now we like joke because I don't even remember being together because it was so long ago. We've been friends so much longer than we were even together.
Yeah.
But that time, it healed all of that stuff. Because now it's just funny. Because now we joke. We're like, whoa, we've had sex before. Like, I don't even remember that. Because we've just been friends for so long. Because we took so much time apart.
Yeah.
And it's almost like putting the care and love you have for a person outside of their romance into like a jar to be fermented or something, because like I love her so much because I always did. She's amazing and she's one of my favorite people, but it preserved that.
I mean, I don't know if they're in another relationship, but if you were both single, do you feel like the chemistry stays alive? Because I do
know. We've both been single a ton. I just don't think we really even talk about it because we've just been friends for so long. I mean, this is a person, when I hang up the phone with her, I say, I love you, because I do love her.
Yeah.
I would do anything for her. But I'm not sure if it's like, also, if you're like single again in a year, like, should we like run this back? But I think it's because we took so much time apart and I have so much respect for her and because we never needed to hate each other.
That's great.
And I think in a lot of situationships, you do end up hating each other because it's just too much gray. This person was my girlfriend. We said, I love you. And we broke up and we did not speak for over a year. Like, that is very black and white.
Yeah, I think this is also why when you've gotten back together with some of these situationships, well, maybe I'll try it with this person. Like I thought maybe I wasn't super into them or this thing happened and you're trying again. And we said this before, if it's not a hell yes, it's a no.
Absolutely.
I don't think you should return to certain situationships if you were just lukewarm about them to begin with.
I agree with you. I'm learning that. I think this is also adult dating. There's a spectrum of understanding. This is part of reaching the top of that understanding as an adult. Oh, if it wasn't a fuck yeah, it's a let's be friends. Let's take some time, whatever. Let's talk about it. But everyone's horny, right? If you've had sex with someone before, you're going to think about having sex with them again if you're around them. It happens. I don't want to hear it. 9 out of 10 times you're going to, like, it's at least going to pop up in your head.
Yeah. I've been with people where like, oh, we haven't been together in so long. I'm not attracted to you at all. And then they like put their arm around me and I was like, oh, wait a second.
Right. It's like body keeps the score stuff.
Yeah.
But let's remember, no. It didn't work and it's not gonna work and that's okay. So think what you want. I mean, like masturbate to them if it pops up that hard for you, but like leave it there. Because I also think this is something I've really thought about and I struggle with is that I think the just fucking thing, I don't like it. Like I feel as if you're maybe better at that than I am.
Yeah, I think when I go back to exes where we are just fucking, it's because I know them so well and know that there's no emotion left. You wrung me so dry the first time that I've told you, if I ever catch feelings for this person again, just take me out back, like right in the jugular.
Yeah, but
and that's why I'm able to have relations with these people because it's like it's not that deep anymore.
I can't do it. I don't run that way. And I've really realized that. So I have a lot of gay friends. And I love gay men. I think gay men are fantastic. I also think gay men have like opened the wardrobe to Narnia. They live in a very different world than what we've been taught for centuries. And I think
about monogamy,
absolutely,
non-monogamy.
And they've had to really overcome more than anyone can ever imagine. And they've created this sphere of existence for their culture that is wonderful.
Shout out to all the gay men we love.
I love you all. Also, though, with that being said, their understanding of these things is so beyond me. They are fully 18 steps ahead of all of us. I've had very, very serious conversations because I have very, very close gay men friends where I'm like, you guys can just like fuck and go about your life. I can't do that. I also feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, but with women, when you're sleeping with women as a guy, that's really shitty. Whether they're down with that or not, it just feels a little different. And I don't know if that's a biological thing or an emotional thing or I haven't reached Narnia or what. I just can't like fuck somebody and like walk out. I want to, but it feels so gross.
I think that I am gay man coded.
Absolutely.
Like outside Hello Kitty, inside gay man.
You are a monster truck inside. It's amazing. I mean, we have sat with said very good friend gay men, and they are all like, she's reached
a gay
Narnia.
man.
Yeah.
I compartmentalize. For me, sex, love, commitment, marriage, family, friendships, they're all completely different buckets. Like collect them like infinity stones. But you can't necessarily collect every stone in one person.
Right.
There have been times with people where like, this is just sex. This is sex and friendship. This is friendship, no sex. And of course, like we're all looking for that person that checks a lot of the boxes. I'm not saying anyone can ever check all of the boxes, but when it really works, it's wonderful.
Yeah. I have rarely, tell me how you feel about this. I have exes where I can't imagine being anything but sexual and romantic and family and XY with them.
You pictured a life together with them.
Absolutely. And they will never be my friend. That's not my friend because I can't be around them without thinking of all those things that could have been.
Yeah.
And then I have friends who I've never done anything with who will and always be my friend. And then you have these gray people. And that's where I get really like spun out because I'm just like, I don't want to have a life with you, but I also don't want you out of my life. But also we've had sex and that's weird. And also now I'm circling the block again and I don't want to be this person. Like it's confusing.
And in those confusing moments, because we talk so often and we know so much about the situationships that we're both in, I recently came to this realization. Here's one thing I want every girl, guy to know. I don't think you need to settle. Don't settle. There's no deadline on love. And
I like this.
yes. So I turned 40. I'm 5 years older than you.
Mm-hmm.
And my friends in our 40s are all across the spectrum,
Mm-hmm.
right? Some of them have 3 kids and have been with their person for 15 years. Some of them are single after a divorce or just have never been married, dating someone. And it's like they always look at the clock and are like, it's time. I feel like so many people at 29 or 31 or even 38 are like, where is my partner already? I should just be with the person that I'm with right now.
Mm-hmm.
And for whatever reason, they're like, I'm willing to make a compromise because of partnership, because I want a family, because it's so rough out there dating. There's so many reasons why I understand that they chose to settle and settle down. But I was looking at the photos of the couples that were at my party. The love is palpable.
Yes.
You can tell which couples are gonna make it and which couples just don't have that glue.
Wow, that's profound, and I think you are onto something here.
Yeah, I had a conversation with a friend that was like, I don't think your partner is the one. I know.
Ooh.
I did a really bad faux pas of we need to talk. I understand that you love this person a lot, but they are not the one.
But also, that's loving the friend. Faux pas or not, that is real love.
Yeah, because I think they deserve more.
Maybe that other person deserves more. Maybe they can be friends. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe, or the breakup will be so devastating that they won't. Everyone needs to make their own decision. And it brought me back to this scene. I don't know if I'll edit this out. But both times that I got married, I walked down the aisle and just fucking blacked out. I don't remember shit of that hour. I think a lot of little girls are socialized when they're little to dream of their wedding day. And it's like the dress, the flowers, what you say to each other. It's the best day of your life. And the one thing I looked forward to as a little girl dreaming about finding the one was not all of these things about like the wedding. It was the idea that I would stand at the precipice and look into the eyes of the person that I love and know I'd found the one.
It makes me emotional because I actually felt that way.
Mm-hmm.
That was the best time of my relationship.
Right.
Oh my God. I was so in love. We made it. I was so defined by it.
Mm-hmm.
Whether I was good about defining that or not, like I was so defined by being a husband. I loved it.
Right.
And that's what also screws me up now with situationships. I'm just like, you know what that feeling is like in your body.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're, I think, speaking to is it, you just know. It's like you are my best friend and lover and everything. Like I loved being her husband. Loved it. So that's, I think, what I mean with the gray area is I don't know if it's good for us all.
No, and it's not enough. The way that you said you felt that feeling, every old couple just says like, when you know, you know. I had this feeling recently. I looked at my partner and they were looking back at me like I was made of magic. I was looking back at my partner's eyes and it was like time stood still. And I will not settle for anything less than that. When you felt that feeling and you know how rare it is,
Yeah.
like don't go back into a gray area that is tepid.
That's the bigger thing we're getting to, is if you're questioning it constantly, it's probably not right.
Exactly.
Look, couples fight, couples have their issues, couples go to therapy. That's not what we're talking about. It's that feeling. And it is palpable, because I see that with our friends who are in the right relationships. You're like, dude, they're the best, because they make everyone else feel their love, because it's fucking great.
You believe in love.
Yes.
Because of them. I've talked about this with an ex recently also, who was questioning, can you ever marry someone and have kids and make it work? And I was like, you know what? I can name a very specific several couples where they've been together for over a decade. If one of them goes away for a couple of days, they come back and fully make out in front of all of us.
But I want that.
Exactly. Like, they really, really do love each other.
Also, I think there is an important part to this, though, to piggyback onto this, where no one is going to be 100%. That's not what we're talking about.
And you don't look at each other like that all the time.
It's not like, oh, they clean the kitchen the same way I would want them to. That's ridiculous. No one will be that for you. It's just that feeling, though. And I think that's enough said on that. Like, it's a feeling, but I think people do also get into the weeds of, you wear Dodger blue socks and I don't like blue, so this is never going to work.
I mean, that is the reason why you and I will never work.
No, but that's ridiculous. Like, we're not talking about like materialistic things.
No. And those moments hit you when you least expect it too. Like, it's in the mundane that you're like, I love you so much. Even though like a minute ago I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Absolutely. It's like when you feel like the other person is the other side of a magnet, that's it. That's it. And that's what's also hard, is you can't create that feeling. But we're all too fucking scared to admit it. So we get into these things because we're scared to be alone, or like we need to have sex, or like maybe it could work. Keeps working if you work it. And it's like, no, it doesn't. Most of these people, like, you're just not supposed to fucking be together. And that's so cool. That's great.
But using your magnet analogy.
Magnet theory is cool.
With some people, I feel that pull so strongly long after it's over. I don't always like the idea that I'm always going to feel that way towards them, especially when you feel the pull and you can't be with them.
Yeah, it's daunting. But I think there's different pulls. It's what you said. There's different magnet boxes. There are some people where I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to be with you. I don't want to be anything, but when I'm around you, I just like want to go in the bathroom and like get it over with. There's some people where I want to tell you everything about every part of my day and go to bed on my own because you're my friend. You get what I'm saying? Like, we can compartmentalize magnets, but I think the bigger arching like partner magnet is, it's like all of those things.
Yeah.
And that's hard to come by, but maybe it should be hard to come by.
But pretending that you can downgrade that, like, it's the strongest magnet, and you're like, but I'll settle for friendship, or I'll settle for sex, or like settle for sending memes twice a year, is brutal.
No, it's brutal. And it's also just, we all have to remember as well that you're all like, you're worth something. So live in your worth.
Yeah.
Now, look, there's also people who need to get blocked. That is real too.
I'm the queen of blocking.
No, same.
I love
and there are people who needed to get blocked because like they don't understand a fucking boundary or a no. I think everybody can understand what we're really trying to say is like, when you know, and that's good. But like, let's all start listening to ourselves a little bit more. Like, this society has so much pressure on who are you dating? Who are you dating? Who you been fucking? Who are you dating? It's like, just shut the fuck up. You will find them. If all of our generations past have found these people, like, what makes you think you won't?
I feel like a lot of people come from a scarcity mindset of, oh, well, I never felt this with anyone but this person, and therefore I can't let it go because I can't find it again. But I was like, no, having found something is evidence that you can find it again because it exists.
Yeah,
I don't believe that there's only one soulmate or one great love for each person.
Absolutely not. Like, the situationship I was just in taught me so much about like where I'm going and my capacity to feel and care and love. And that's awesome. I love that. And that's that box.
Some people are a lesson, not a lifetime.
Absolutely, as they should be.
We had a big night out last night.
Yeah. We had a big weekend.
Yeah. Tell everyone about our weekend.
To speak to all of this, something happened to me this weekend that I've never done in my life. I think 11 at night, I'm like calling you being like, I'm insane, but I can't. I have to do this.
You called me and you're like, I'm in the bathroom.
I'm literally, I got set up on a date with somebody. Absolutely cool. Following my intuition, taking my own advice. I'm not feeling the attraction part. So I'm like, this is a person who will be an awesome friend. Love that.
Yeah.
We both, I think, can understand what this is. Great. We go to a friend's show. I am having like an absolute ADHD, like manic episode because I've been working so much. And then also it's hot and I'm just like, I'm trying to let loose. I think my inside body was like, dude, like you need to like shake.
You sounded different on the phone.
I'm like a shaking cat that night.
Yeah.
And this girl walks in and I'm just like, honestly, I don't know if anything will come of this, but what I want to say is like, I have never had a moment where somebody just like stopped me in my tracks. I was just like, I'm being insane, and she's like laughing with her friend at me and is the girl that I'm on a date with. I'm being a class clown, which I'm good at. And then she looks at me and goes, I think we've met before. And I'm thinking to myself, I would definitely remember meeting you.
Yeah.
Anyways, so the night goes on. We go outside. We go sit down at this other spot. They sit down next to us. Every time I look over, she's looking at me smiling. And I'm just melting away, smiling back. I'm like, who is this person?
When you know, sometimes it hits you.
Who is this person?
Like a truck.
So I go to the bathroom and she stops me. We start chatting. Immediately, I'm like, oh my God, who is this person?
Mm-hmm.
Go to the bathroom, call you. I'm like, I don't know how to deal with this. Like, I feel insane.
And I was like, go for it.
Yeah.
Just fucking do it.
Fully go for it.
Yeah.
You were like, dude, you don't owe anyone shit.
Again, like trust your intuition, trust your body. Yes, sometimes it's just raging hormones and ADHD or whatever it is, but it's like sometimes your body screams at you that you found a person that is significant.
And also, even if it is that after all, like whatever. It's a lesson in just like follow the bit. You know what I mean? Like it's fine. Anyways, we make a long story short, we end up leaving. I drop the actual date I'm on off at her car. All good. We are totally going to be friends. Great. My brain goes,
I gotta go back.
you need to circle back. So what do? I pull up to the front of this restaurant in my giant ass truck. Every freaking waiter and security guard there is like, what is this dude about to do? I was
He's like,
just
skirt!
there. Like they know I'm coming back.
To steal your girl.
In a real way. And I'm like, poof, and I park it in front in a red, and I'm like, I'll be 2 minutes. And they're like, are you good? I'm like, I'm great.
Yeah.
I go up to this girl's table. She's sitting with 6 people. And I go, I'm so sorry, everyone. I need to speak to her. And they're like dumbfounded.
Yeah.
Her homegirls
what
are
an
all
entrance.
smiling. All of her guy friends are looking at me as if I'm going to kill them, but they also want to kill me. And I was like, I mean nothing by this. I'm sorry to interrupt you. And I look at her. I'm like, can you please stand with me over there for 2 minutes?
Yeah.
And she's like ear to ear smiling. So I was like, I come in peace. And I said to her, I was like, I work in nonprofit and I'm a girl dad. Like, I promise I come in peace. Like,
yes.
Here's all of my information. You can, if I do anything wrong, you could fucking lock me away. I just need to talk to you.
I have to talk to you.
I have to. And so she gets up. I'm just like, I know we have mutual friends and I could have gotten your number. And I know you were probably expecting that, but it feels like weird to not just ask for it myself. And I'm going into this whole like rant.
But good move to actually vocalize, like, I feel like I wanted to do this myself.
Yeah. I mean, it was crazy of me, but
this is
whatever.
peak. If he wanted to, he would.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I was like, you don't have to give me your phone number. After all, I understand this is absolutely insane. And she was like, this is insane. She's like, it's so romantic. Here's my number. And I left. And the rest of the night, I was like, what did I just do? It was so wild of me, but I just had to do it.
This is my question.
Mm-hmm.
Can Anyone out there tell me, has anyone ever fallen in love if it weren't at first sight?
Ooh.
Has anyone
I would like to
ever?
know from when people leave us voice notes, which, by the way, please keep doing it. We love them.
Send us your love at first sight anecdotes.
Love at first sight anecdotes, please. I'm admitting that I'm insane, but I also am admitting that I'm a full-on romantic. In my mind, that was like full John Cusack movie.
All of the people that I've circled the block with, it honestly has been like night one, your body is like, that. This is it.
Yeah, I think that's real.
The day after you're telling your mom, your friends, you called them from the bathroom and you're like, I think I just met someone.
Oh, yeah.
If you have a story about falling in love at first sight, or if you're with your person for a long time, tell us whether you just knew right away or it was a slow burn.
Yeah.
Send us your voice notes.
Please.
To heybestie@spilfpodcast.com.
I really love the voice notes. I gotta be honest.
We actually got one
We did.
after our first episode. Let's listen to it.
Okay. Whoever this was, thank you so much. And
Yeah.
please keep doing more.
And you can remain totally anonymous. We don't know who this is from.
Oh, we have no idea. So here's our first one.
Hi guys, I just wanted to say that I very impulsively clicked to listen to this podcast. I somehow follow Miles on social media. Why, I'm not quite sure. Not that it's a bad thing, but I watched the video and I was like, oh, I'm going to listen to this episode today. And so I downloaded it, listened to it, and it was really great. And I just wanted to leave you a voice note to validate what you're doing as a 30-something-year-old millennial who is looking to have real conversations about things in my life that matter instead of just like bitching about work or complaining about superficial things, talking about stuff that doesn't matter, like having a conversation about, I don't want to say myself, but about like how I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, what my friends are going through. This is real life, and this is how I think we evolve and grow as a society, friend group, generation. And I think it's really productive and like fun what you guys are doing.
We have fun.
And I hope this like encourages more people to have conversations with their friends that are honest and introspective in the same way that you guys have done so on this little pod today. I think there's so many podcasts that are like a waste of my time. They're like 2 hours long. I'm like, why did I listen to this? You guys hit the sweet spot with like not being too long, being entertaining enough, and I really liked it. So looking forward to episode 2.
Yay. Thank you so much.
Yay.
That warms my heart.
Also, we are way too ADHD to do a 2-hour podcast.
No,
I'm
no.
like going like this. After
I'm like, I'm
an
hungry.
Yeah, I'm like.
But I mean, this is love at first listen. We love you. Whoever
At first listen.
whoever it was that sent in that voice note, we love you so much. Yeah. Stay tuned to find out if Miles and this person who struck lightning end up together. And we'll find out if I make it with an ex.
Okay. Well, thank you for listening.
Love you.